Plaintiff Ronald Custra says the defendant is a half-sister to his stepdaughter. And when Ronald's wife was terminally ill in the hospital, the defendant visited her often. Ronald claims he agreed to pay a dental bill for the defendant, but she failed to repay him, so he's suing. Defendant Deanna Nations believes Ronald wants to be with her, despite the fact that he's 66 and she's 27. Deanna claims Ronald even told her that he would be better for her than her husband, and she denies owing him for anything.
Tell me what you want me to know.
Well, I helped her out at her request. She needed 2 teeth.
Where do you know her from?
She's a half-sister of a stepdaughter of mine, a younger half-sister, and I knew her a little through the family, naturally.
How long have you known her?
Probably since she was about 17 or 18. I'm not aware now how old she is, really. I've lost track over the years.
Kept in touch?
No, not probably for 10 or 15 years. I never saw her.
So when did she reappear?
In 2010 in December, my wife took suddenly ill, and she was in a hospital 51 days straight, and her liver failed, and she passed away. During that 51 days, Deanna came a few times and seen her, and I was kind of struck with how the sympathy she showed and this net and concern in there, and that's the last time I saw her until she needed some dental procedures and didn't have insurance.
When did she show back up about her dental issue?
May of 2012.
How did that occur?
2 of my daughters called me and said, "Dad, you remember Deanna?" And I said, "Yeah, I haven't seen her in a long time." And they said, "Well, she asked us if they thought that I would help her, lend her some money to get some teeth taken out."
What'd you tell them?
They advised me not to, but I just said, "Well, I'll think about it."
That's not true.
Okay. Did you speak with her?
She called me and asked me, and I said, "Yeah."
Let me get some background from her. Ma'am?
Your Honor, all he's doing is trying to be with me. Mm-hmm. I mean, he even got to the point to where that he was better than my husband for me.
Did you accept his money?
I didn't personally accept it.
Now you're talking in circles.
I'm sorry.
Now when you do that, that makes one very suspicious. I'll ask you again. Did you accept his money?
Money wasn't handed to me. He paid it to the dentist's office.
On your behalf?
Yes.
Talking in circles to me again. Was this before or after you knew he wanted you?
Well, actually, when I was getting the procedure done, he was sitting there. I was all gassed up. I mean, I don't know what was going on, but I just remember him holding my hand. Mm-hmm. But after the whole procedure, he would call me, just to check on me to see how I was doing. And then it was getting excessive, hey, come on up to, to the city. Let's go out to dinner. Let's.
What'd you tell him?
I said, no. Mm-hmm. I'm married. I've got 3 children.
So you never went?
No, I didn't.
Okay. How old are you?
I'd be 67 next week. So.
How old are you?
27.
What was the nature of your association? What caused you to be in touch with this 67-year-old man?
Well, in the beginning,
in your 20s?
In the beginning, like he said, his wife was, dying. He went to, we've seen each other at the hospital. Mm-hmm. Probably about half a year later, like 6 months or so later, my niece, who is his stepdaughter's daughter, was living with him. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is not the first time that we talked. It was me calling for help. And
I'm just curious, what would you in your 20s have to talk about with a 67-year-old man? Just curious. The latest movies, the nightclub
fashion.
Scene. Huh?
Fashion.
Fashion, yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about.
Your Honor, my 19-year-old niece, which is his granddaughter, was living with them. She didn't have a cell phone or anything, and that was the only way I can get in touch with her. If she wasn't there, he'd keep me on the phone. He'd ask how I'm doing. I'd tell him, where I was working. We would talk about, the problems that me and my husband were. See, he kind of knew what was going on. But
Talk about your problems with your man. Go ahead.
I looked at him as a father figure just because he's my sister's stepfather. I didn't think anything of it.
He doesn't satisfy me.
That's what she was telling. That's not what you were telling me about your husband.
No.
All right. That just sounds weird. I just didn't call 67-year-old women and confide in them about my wife when I was in my 20s. Just sounds odd.
That wasn't my intention to call. It was for my niece. But if you would know, Ron, you would understand it's hard to get off the phone with him.
Let's get to the dental bill. I'm just having fun with you, ma'am. Let's get to the dental bill you're suing about.
Well, it was only going to be $300 and something.
She agreed to pay you?
300. Oh, certainly.
No, I didn't.
She asked me.
We never had an agreement. You seen how I was in a lot of pain, and you offered.
Oh, I felt sorry for you because your face was all way up. You know, you were all up here, swollen and that. And I felt sorry for you.
You offered to.
No, honey, you must be thinking about that.
Okay.
While you were under gas. But anyway.
Okay.
All right, ma'am. He says that he loaned you money and you agreed to reimburse him. That's not true?
No, I did not agree to pay him
There's
back.
never a discussion about you repaying him?
No, there was not.
He never asked?
No, not until after I turned down his advances.
Okay, tell me about the advances.
Well, the first couple of times he called to see how I was doing. And then after that, probably I'd say a couple of weeks after that, started asking, hey, let's come up, to St. Louis, because I lived an hour and a half south of him. Come up to St. Louis and I'll take you out to dinner. No, Ron, I can't do that. And then he'd keep calling and say, let's go on a weekend getaway. And
excuse me.
I'm serious. No, he is my sister's stepdad. That just creeped me out. So I stopped answering his calls, and then he started sending me Facebook messages.
Saying?
Hey, why aren't you answering my calls? I helped you out. I really would like you to come spend the weekend with me. Let's go have dinner. And when I was trying to let him down easily, but he wasn't getting it, so I just stopped completely.
How can you prove to me that she agreed to repay?
Well, that shouldn't be a problem, sir. She sent an awful lot of Facebook messages to me in regard to that.
I thought you said he was sending them to you. He said you were sending him.
He would message me first, and then when it was getting to the point where he was like, I want my money, I was just telling him what he wanted to hear.
They're highlighted.
Okay. Why won't you
I highlighted
come and
hers.
see me? Because I am in love with you, and the last time we were together, I see you as a father figure.
I don't remember seeing them, sir.
And I hate being in love with a father figure, but it's a real turn on. You tell the man, it's such a pity that we can't be together in this way. Did you tell the man all that?
No, I did not.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's my glasses. I got bad glasses. Oh, it's the glasses. All right. Hold on now, this ain't nothing to do with my glasses. I can put them on and off and see where you say, I will not let you down. You need to read it?
I will not let him down. I was just telling him what he wanted to hear because he wouldn't leave me alone.
Did that make you feel good?
I feel younger.
It made you feel a little younger? But the other part of this sentence, would you like me to pay you in cash? Proving that you owe him, ma'am. $475. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ron, we never agreed for me to pay this back. You were just mad because I wouldn't. No, we did not.
And you're cute, but you're not worth $725 to me, honey.
Okay, Ron. Okay, that's it.